Hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of Recipe for Adventure. I'm your host, Freebie and joining me, as the normal, usual thing, is my friend Sai. Sai, say hello.
It's nice to see you all again.
I, are we seeing our viewers? I guess we are referring to them. Are you saying see you in like the colloquial term, or what's going on here?
More colloquial, yes.
Okay, so we're not being literal, we're being okay. My question for you today is what's the most wrong a player has been at your table?
Most wrong.
Yep, the most wrong.
Ooh. Um. Hmm. I mean, I suppose it's been a couple of times where people have just completely misinterpreted what an ability does.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that can happen sometimes. I can't remember what game it was exactly. I don't think it was D&D at the time. It
No? Oh,
was a
okay.
fair while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I Oh, yeah, no, it would have been GURPS.
GURPS is
Uh,
has so many rules.
yeah, and it's very specific.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, um, I was serving as the DM,
Yeah.
and there was an argument that broke out between a player and me
Mm-hmm.
over the idea of sunglasses.
Oh? How so?
Yes. Um, so the player was a sniper,
Mm-hmm.
and their signature tactic was having so much accuracy that they could, just shoot someone through the eye.
Sure. Makes sense.
And, usually that would kill someone because humans need their brain, and their brain is on the other side of their eye.
Yeah, makes sense.
And while it is theoretically possible for someone to survive being shot in the brain,
It's just very unlikely.
yeah, and when you start using higher caliber rifles, it becomes increasingly less likely.
Sure. So what was
Um,
the argument then?
well, the argument was basically about whether or not defense meant anything at that point.
Like
Um,
mechanically? Like
Mechanically, yes. Where it's like, I'm shooting someone in the eye. Defense shouldn't matter at that point. They should just die.
I mean,
And
I'd still roll for it. Like even
yeah,
if there was only like a 1 in 100 chance of them surviving, I'd still roll for it.
yeah, no, they basically like, I rolled to hit. I rolled enough to hit them in the eye.
Hmm.
Like, I don't care if they're wearing armored sunglasses, which they were,
Hmm.
specially designed sunglasses to protect the face.
Sure.
And it's like it shouldn't matter at all whether or not they have like armored sunglasses or anything. It's like I've shot them in the brain, they're dead. And I'm like, I do want you to roll damage
Hmm.
because like it was a boss fight, and
Yeah.
such a thing could actively matter.
Hmm. Absolutely. Wow.
And that was like a 15-minute discussion.
Like
And it's like they
one.
don't know what's on my side of the board, how much HP my boss has.
Yeah.
Like my boss wasn't just a regular person; it was a supernatural powered person.
Yeah. There's magic involved, man. I
Yeah,
can't believe they just argued that long. Like
yeah. Just like I shot them in the brain, they should be dead. I shot them with a Barrett rifle. Like there's no way they're surviving this. I'm like, you don't know that.
yeah.
You
Like
are assuming that.
Mm, mm. And like, even if I did assume everything like that, I'd still, like, from a
Mm,
player perspective, would still want to roll damage, if for no other
yeah.
reason than because I like rolling my dice. I,
And like with GURPS, getting hit in the brain, I think is like a 4 times multiplier, or maybe 8 or something. It's a huge multiplier to damage for everything that gets through to the brain. And
it's
and in
it's
that
very
case,
likely.
2 points of damage reduction is an 8 hit point plus difference.
I don't remember what that means, like, in terms of scale of GURPS, but I assume that's a lot.
Yeah, like 8 hit points could be a big amount. I mean, like, I think the average creature has like 10 hit points.
Oh, so like even if you graze them in the
Mm,
brain, they like more than
Probably die.
likely still die, even if it's just a grazing shot. Okay, yeah, no, I can see. Man, that sounds frustrating.
Yeah, but it was just a case of like, no, like the individual, to give context, uh, he was a boss who basically, it was an Indiana Jones style campaign,
Oh
and
yes,
at the final
I
at the
remember you
final
meant.
moments,
Yeah.
he stole the 12 labors of Hercules and obtained Hercules' effective immortality and super strength and durability and all of that.
Yeah, so like if anybody could tank a bullet to the brain, it'd be this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
I Yeah, that seems like a
And
weird thing to be wrong over.
it's like I'm the DM asking the questions, trying to get you to roll damage so I can actually do some calculations. You don't just automatically assume that you just win this fight
So
because you sniped him in the head. Hey, it's almost like I built this boss fight, acknowledging the fact that you were capable of doing such a thing.
so after the 15-minute argument, did they roll
Mm.
damage?
Yes, they eventually rolled damage, and indeed, it was not quite enough to take them out in one hit.
Hmm. Were they upset?
A little bit,
Hmm.
but when people get stuck in their ways, it's usually
It's just
hard
how
to. Yeah,
it's just how it is, I guess.
yeah.
Uh, all right. I'll tell you my story. My story is a bit funnier. My players, it was
Hmm.
a level 1 adventure at the time, right?
Hmm.
They were fighting a bunch of goblins, and there was this one goblin that got really, really lucky. It kept hitting like natural 20s. The players kept getting natural ones to hit it. I'm exaggerating here, but essentially they couldn't hit it, and it kept hitting them, right? Until
Yep.
eventually one of the players is like, "Oh, we can't hit him. Screw it. I'm just gonna charge into him and knock him off the side of the balcony," right? So he manages to get a decent roll, and he had a bunch of bonuses because of like he was bigger than the goblin, all that stuff. Goblin gets shoved off the side, and the player's like, "Finally, we got rid of him. We're never seeing him again." And they all agree and don't check on his corpse
Yep.
after not hitting him, but specifically knocking him over the balcony. And I rolled damage, like because it was
Yeah.
like 20 feet up, and I rolled minimum and had the goblin basically roll bluff at the time and like
Hmm.
pretend to be dead. And then eventually they did the whole boss fight and stuff like that. And when they got back to this area, right, I just removed his quote unquote corpse from the map. And the player's like, man, whatever happened to that goblin? I guess like an animal got his body. He was on the ground, so they must have dragged him away or something. Yeah, that must have been what happened. I was like, just thinking, it's like, my God, how wrong do they want to be? Like, geez, has none of them watched a Disney movie?
Yeah. I have another one that's short and quick. That's fun as
Oh,
well.
yep.
Um, I had a player stick to a bit from a crit fail
Oh,
that lasted most of a campaign. At one point in time, while in the domain of a fire dragon, they were looking around and found symbols belonging to an archelemental of evil,
ooh.
Imix, the evil like primordial of fire, and they tried a religion check and just absolutely crit failed, and just got it in their brain that it was the symbol of Pelor, god of the sun,
I think I remember you mentioning this one to
mentioning
me.
this. And for the entire campaign, whenever Imix and or Pelor were mentioned, the player would play as if they were the same being and reference them as the same being.
That's amazing. I love when players just roll with these things like
Yeah,
out of character, I know I'm wrong, but in character, how would I know?
exactly. And it got to the point where I ended up having Imix and Pelor in the same place at the same time, and he's like, "Yeah, but gods can make avatars and copies of themselves all the times anyway, so
He's not wrong.
he's not wrong." And I'm like, I just had to clap. Like, yep, you got me. You were right this time.
Oh, oh, that's lovely. That's the kind of wrong that I want to see my players be, like
Yep.
purposefully so.
Hmm.
All right. Um. So I'm still inside Grizzle Forge, and they've just defeated the Grizzly Dead. Um. I believe we have finished rolling up all the loot.
Yep, I believe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wait, no, we're missing one box unless we were separating it somewhere.
Um, no, I think what the plan
Uh huh.
was that we were going to put a custom magic item in there.
Right, we were gonna make
No,
something
no,
up
we
ourselves.
we we, we made a custom magic item. Did we just put it in the notable item section?
Oh, we
'Cause I'm
did.
sure we made something. We didn't make something. We found something in the end. Uh, is
Oh,
it
we had
the
the
living
living
gloves?
gloves. Right,
Yes.
right. Okay. Uh, living gloves. There we go. That's right. I completely forgot about those. You know what? I'm gonna add more flavor. Sitting on its own within a too large a chest. The empty space around it makes it seem oddly lonely. There we go.
There we go.
A pair of shiny gloves. When identified, it's revealed that they are a pair of living gloves. There we go. Space.
Yep. No, I'm like that. I'm
Wait,
happy with that.
wait, hang on. With a bit of hay on the side. There we go.
Like a living quarters prison cell type thing.
Exactly. Because they are living gloves.
Yep.
I thought it'd be funny. All right, so um, we have figured that out. I think we've done every room now. You okay, mate?
Yep. Just a bit of a cough.
Okay, yep. Please don't die. That would be bad for your health. So I hear.
I'll come back.
Eventually.
No.
Oh, take it easy. All right, so what do we do from here? Like, I believe
Well.
we'd just go to the outside.
Yep.
So the mountain courtyard. Do we want to? Okay, so Grizzle Forge. I'm just double checking what we had in uh, the part. So okay, so we did have a part of the map which is not Grizzled Forge.
Yeah.
Um, Mountain Courtyard. Okay, hang
Yeah.
on. I've got to make this consistent. Fall into the following rule apply when traveling / fighting on them. Going stairs. Cold Forge Courtyard. Oh, hang on. Is that what we called it? Cold Forge? No, Mountain Courtyard. We called it Mountain Courtyard. Mountain Courtyard. Okay. And I'm just double checking what rules we had for it. So the blizzard. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Now, in this case, the blizzard should be stopped.
Yeah. So we just say when players successfully clear the dungeon. Wait. What did we call Grizzled Forge? It was called Grizzle Forge Unleashed. There we go. Grizzle Forge. Clear Grizzled Forge unleashed. They come back to the map. Mountain courtyard, but without the, oh my gosh, my typing is terrible right now, without the blizzard effects. Okay. Did we have random encounters for?
So we have planned for random encounters on the way up.
Overland encounters, I believe we called them.
Well, we haven't actually built those yet, and we're going to do that at some point.
Right, okay, so we did have a tab called Overland Encounters. However, it looks like it was just copy-pasted from Coastal Encounters.
Yes, because we planned for us to eventually get to this point, and we never got to this point. So, before we get to the encounters, as much as I want to just jump straight into them, there is also something I want to discuss for the mountaintop.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Now, everyone knows the best part about Final Fantasy VII is that after the death of Spoiler, you get to go snowboarding.
You want to give the players a chance to snowboard?
Well, it doesn't have to be snowboarding per se, but like toboggans or something.
A mini game. Okay, I can see what you're getting at.
Well, the bandits climbed all the way up this mountain, covered in snow in a blizzard.
Okay.
I could 100% believe that they brought like sleds with them to just sled back down, so they don't have to do another like day-long climb back down the mountainside.
Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to duplicate Mountain Courtyard, duplicate, and rename it. Okay. Mountain Courtyard. Calm Mountain Courtyard.
I think I know what you're trying to do. You do realize we could just put them on the GM layout, right?
Son of a gun, you're right. Okay. And delete. Back to Mountain Courtyard. Okay. Back to Grizzle Forge quickly. Additionally, there are bandit guards situated around the perimeter of the area. None of them are paying attention to the forge entrance, and while the blizzard has died down, it is still loud enough to muffle whatever sounds the players were making inside. Near the stairs are several unguarded toboggans. I don't know how to spell toboggans. What does it say? I don't know. Toboggans.
I usually spell it T-O-B.
Yep.
O-G-G-A-N.
Several. They can use to slide down the side of the mountain. Okay, there we go. So, okay, so mechanically, how is this going to work? So, like, obviously, there are a bunch of bandits. Let's have a look, see.
I think the simplest way is just, it is basically like dex checks to go down the mountain at high speed. If you fail, then there's a chance of random encounters.
Do we want to like put any like other mechanics in there, or?
I would make it like a skill challenge. So basically, that would be like the entire group would have to do skill checks, um, and basically whether they get down to the bottom or not safely is based upon a certain number of skill successes, and the players can decide what they want to use for it before they get a certain number of failures.
So, like, do we want to make a table for this? Like, essentially turn it into a mini game of sorts?
I don't think it requires a full-on table.
No? Okay. So, like,
Usually, what I would do would say it's a big mountain, so
mhm.
7 successes before, say, 4 failures.
I kind of want the players to, like, have fun with this. So, like, okay, so
Well,
I'm gonna, yeah.
that's why they get to decide what skills and how they want to use them,
Okay.
and you set the DC based upon what they're trying to do.
With bandits. Do we want to say the bandits are pursuing them?
Um, I mean, if we want to do a full-on like bandit chase sequence, that'd
Hell
be a
yeah.
bit crazy, and we'd have to explain like where the bandits are popping out from.
Well, the idea is that they're already on the mountain courtyard, but instead of looking towards the entrance, they're looking outwards to make sure,
Uh
like their
and
bosses.
so yeah,
Uh,
and so basically it's like you could just take the toboggans and go at high speed
yeah, so like
and
they're
start a chase sequence. Okay.
yeah, so that's the idea.
In that case, then there are some rules elsewhere that might be worth investigating.
Oh,
Let's see if I can find them. Because there are a thing called chase rules.
ooh, I do.
And chase or chases have special gimmicks. Let's see if I can find. Okay. They're in the DMG page 252 if you want to look yourself.
DMG, did you say?
Yep.
252. Hang on, let me take off my headset.
Yep. So while Freebie gets his DMG, basically the chase rules are one of those little bonus rules that rarely pop up. You'll occasionally find them mentioned.
All right. Okay, I'm back. Hang on. So, players can choose to fight the bands, but be sure to mention how outnumbered the players would be if the players are feeling overwhelmed. Be sure to mention that the toboggans are still a valid escape option. There we go.
Yep.
Okay, so 252. I've never used these rules. Like I've done chase sequences in my games before. It's something of a favorite thing of mine to do.
Yep.
Okay, so chase complications. Okay, there's actually quite a lot of things here.
Yeah.
Um,
You'd be wanting to look at the second table, which is the wilderness chase
ooh,
complications.
uneven ground, swarm of insects. Oh my goodness. Opportunity attack, stream, ravine. So that feels like more like they're running. So like I kind of want to.
Well,
Hmm?
think about it this way, right?
Yeah.
Imagine you're on a high-speed toboggan,
Hmm.
and then right in front of you, there's just a tree with a giant beehive in front of you.
Oh my god.
And it's not so much that you're running and you might trip if you turn. It's like, no, it's coming so fast, you don't have time to turn out of the way.
It just happens. Oh my god, I kinda love this.
Yeah. And, the DMG does allow you to make your own chase tables, or suggests that you can. And there's even a section referred to as mapping the chase.
So it would not be a random encounter table, it would be A chase table.
We can make a chase table or a little like chase map.
Okay, so how would the chase map go? Because I'm only like, what do you call it? I'm only like glancing at these rules. I'm not like going through it like too
Well,
deeply.
I'm gonna make a new map in Roll20.
Oh, that's what you meant, like a literal
Yeah.
map. Okay.
Yep. And it would be pretty simple.
Okay. Okay. I see what you're putting down now.
Yep.
Wee.
And basically just note several like little locales. Let's actually do this right.
Okay. Okay.
With the general idea
Mm-hmm.
that each like chase segment is a part of the way down the mountain.
Mm-mm-mm.
So we have like basically the idea I'm thinking is that each section we can like this is the rough route and we can do a this is a random encounter complication or this is a set complication
Mm-mm-mm.
that everyone has to deal with.
Sure. And that,
So for example, this first one right here,
yeah.
deep drop.
Steep drop. Oh, okay. Hang on. Okay, so
Yeah.
Grizzle Forge, pursuing them. Okay. And so there are how many encounters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 encounters. Okay. There are 6 encounters down the slope of the mountain. Okay. I'll turn them into numbers. So 1, blah, 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 2, steep drop. What does that mean in this case?
Well, that's what we can think about, right? It's like
Mhm.
what would a steep drop do? I think this is the case of where it's like you have to basically you're gonna get air as you just go over a jump, and it's
Mm-mm.
about landing safely. So it'll be like a dexterity saving throw to basically land and continue going,
Mhm.
or you will basically stack it.
Mm-mm. Possibly spells and other things, but like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Um,
And someone casting Featherfall, for example, would give you advantage.
mm-mm-mm. Okay. In that case, I would say halve the amount of pursuing bandits as they drop off, hurt themselves, or otherwise are waylaid by this hazard. Players must roll a DC, let's say 14.
Usually chases are pretty like um small on the DCs.
Okay.
As you can see in the chase modifier, most of the DCs are like 10.
Okay, let's say 10. DC
Yeah.
Dex check to avoid taking, let's say, 3d6 fall damage and falling prone. Okay.
Oh, perfect. In the wilderness chase complications,
Yeah.
number 6, a sudden drop catches you by surprise.
Oh.
Make a DC 10 dexterity saving throw to navigate the impediment. On a failed save, you fall a number of feet, taking 1d6 bludgeoning damage per 10 feet fallen, as normal, and land prone.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
So
yeah, perfect.
this works out.
Basically,
Oh,
yep.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna also every time an encounter passes, let's say roll 1d4 per pursuing bandit for each result of 4. An arrow strikes one of our heroes, dealing 1 damage. Actually, projectile. You can see where I'm going for here, right?
Yeah, I'm getting the general gist of what you're throwing.
Yeah. Okay, so now that seems a bit too wordy. No. Okay. Hang on. Yeah, no, that's still too wordy. 6 encounters down the slope of the mountain. Bandits pursuing them. Screw it. Okay, so for the next one, bandits begin shooting with what they have. How many bandits are there that I put there? Because I put in a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You know what? I'm going to put 20 in there.
Nice flat 20. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Roll 1d20. And that'll basically how many of attacks hit the roll 1d20. Players may choose to all take damage equal to this number, or have this number become the penalty to their next check. There we go. Because the idea is it strikes the toboggan.
Well, if there's 20 bandits,
Yeah.
why not? And we're reducing bandits. Why not do something inverse and roll a d20?
Yep.
And if the number is higher than the number of bandits remaining, nothing happens.
Oh.
If the number rolled is lower than the number of bandits, everyone takes like 2d6 damage.
Okay. So
that way it's like at the start, you're probably going to get hit by just like the horde of arrows potentially coming your way.
Okay.
But even after the first bit, it's down to like maybe 10.
So
only
wait, can you write that down in? Because like I'm having trouble picturing the wording. What you're getting at? I think I know what you're going for, but like my brain's just not catching up with me right now. The results of the larger number of swing bandits. Nothing happens. Okay, yeah, I see now.
And I would allow players to, attack bandits
in that case,
and potentially reduce the numbers that way as well.
May choose to okay, in that case, choose to fight back, shoot back at the bandits before the start of each encounter. However, if they do so, they roll at disadvantage to their next check. So the idea is they're too distracted to like pilot themselves properly.
Yep.
So for the first encounter, when they're still up there, so let's say no check required. Okay, so maybe let me try to reword this. However, if they do so, they roll advantage in the next encounters check as required. There we go. So the first one, no check required. The bandits are caught by surprise. Wait, bandits gather their weapons to pursue. There we go.
Yeah, no, I like that, where it's like, if you attack, you have disadvantage on, like, getting past the obstacles, but you potentially reduce the number of bandits.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good.
So reduce
I
the
like
amount of
this.
bandits by 1d6. Okay, so that's like a guaranteed. The bandits it's gonna get a bit easier.
Yeah, each section should naturally reduce bandits potentially, but you could do your own work to reduce. And if you naturally are out of bandits, you're scot free.
Yeah, pretty much. You still get to do the skill checks that come up if you decide to keep tobogganing down, but otherwise, players are free to start walking, I guess. But let's get on to section 3. What does section 3 look like to you?
I think section 3, since we had a nice start and then a steep drop, I think this is a good opportunity to just have a random encounter. Like, we do one random at 3, one random at 5, and then 2, 4, and 6 are things we set. That way, things could be a bit different for each person going down, and it's not just all the same. So that would be roll on the wilderness, chase complications table.
In that case, suddenly there's a snow goat. The thing was snow white and almost impossible to see until the last moment. Chosen at random, one player must roll a DC, let's say 15 dex check, or take, let's say, 2d6 bludgeoning damage. And bowl the goat over. If they avoid the goat, then the next player must roll this DC 15 check. If all players avoid the goat, actually, you know what? Make it DC 10 check.
Yep.
Again.
If all players avoid the goat, reduce the number of bandits by 1.
Then a bandit hits the goat and completely okay, wait. Then the number of bandits is reduced by 1. There we go.
Yep. Nice and simple.
I just
let the DM describe what happens.
It's like bye. Just a sudden goat.
Yep.
You know what? Hang on. I want to add art to this. Goat. Just randomly a goat. Alright, it doesn't matter which goat. Oh, this one's pretty white. There we go.
Okay.
Alright, next encounter. What do you think this one could be?
Well, as I said, I'd like to do one of the random encounter tables once or twice.
Oh, okay.
Because there's some fun things on there, and seeing people go through their own, like, someone gets out scot-free, someone else just gets chased by a Yeti. You know, it's like good old ski-free days.
Oh god, that game is scary.
I never worked out how to get rid of the Yeti.
Okay, so what do we do here? Which one do you want to do?
Well, no, I literally just roll. Each player rolls on the wilderness chase complications table.
Oh, that's literally it. That's what you're
Yeah.
going for. Okay.
Yeah, no, nice and simple. Some people will get out scot-free. Some people might run into bees. Who knows?
Okay, in that case, there is... Okay. Due to the terrain, players are... Wait, no. Everyone is suddenly split off from each other and must now all individually roll on the wilderness chase complications table in the DMG page 254. After which the paths all reconverge. Reduce the amount of bandits by 1 for each player's successful skill check in this encounter. There we go.
Yeah, that's good because it means that player successes reduce the number of bandits potentially hurting them. So this is basically modified chase rules, but in a nice, simple way. I like it.
Alrighty, so number 5. What do you want to do for number 5?
Snow's starting to melt, yo. Avalanche starts.
Ooh. With the forge firing back up and the disruptions from the adventurers and their pursuers, the mountain begins to shake. An avalanche approaches. So mechanically, what do we want to do here?
I think making speed the goal here. It becomes like basically just like it's like a DC 10 deck save, but it's like to navigate basically perfectly without slowing down. And if you fail, you might get hit by the avalanche.
Players must roll DC 10 dex check. Or how much damage did you say you were?
I didn't say a damage amount. I think maybe like 2d6 or 3d6 bludgeoning.
Okay, check to navigate the area to avoid slowing down. Failure means taking, let's say 3d6 bludgeoning damage. And having disadvantage. Wait, no. losing the ability to act against the bandits for the next encounter, and disadvantage to their next skill check. Their next check in the next encounter. It's a bit wordy, but can you see what I'm getting at here?
Yep.
Yeah, so they can't defend themselves against bandits. Half the amount of pursuing bandits. So just flat halved
I'm fine to halve the bandits.
at this stage because it's a freaking avalanche, right?
Yep.
Alright, final second. What are we doing for the final node?
I think this one should be like trees.
Oh yeah.
Or like, you know what? Actually, the first complication, I think, is what I'd want to basically use. Where your path takes you through a rough patch of brush,
Mm-hmm.
and make a strength, athletics, or dexterity acrobatics check to get past. As like you could force your way through, or you could try to just like do a sick stunt to avoid, the lush like bushes and stuff down the bottom of the mountain.
Honestly, I kind of want to make something somewhat unique compared to the random encounters that the players
Yeah,
could
that's
run
also
into.
True.
So let's see. Rough patch of. Oh,
What if the last one is a potential encounter,
like monster?
like a snowy owlbear or something? And if you
Ooh.
avoid it, that's good because the bandits get caught by it instead.
Okay.
But if you fail, then you're
You
probably going to end up
you get
in a
knocked
fight.
over and have to fight it. Yeah. Okay.
Fight
Yeah.
it with what remaining bandits are left.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome. A snowy owlbear is awoken from its hibernating slumber. Roll DC 10 dex save or slam into it. Slam into. Wait, actually, you know what? The surrounding area is filled with trees. Or slam into one of these trees and be forced to face the owlbear and the remaining bandits. There we go. How's that sound?
Yep, that sounds good. Owlbears aren't too strong; they're only CR3. But after
after
taking a bunch of
everything,
damage down the mountain and all that,
it's like
the
the
owlbear
last
could be
thing
a
you
problem.
want.
Yep.
Alright, we're just gonna throw a random owlbear. Snowy owlbear. Is there a snowy one? Oh, yes, there is.
There technically is a snowy owlbear.
Oh.
It is basically the exact same thing. It just has a swim speed.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Hang on. I just had an idea. No? Okay, it doesn't have that. Oh, wait, I can just do this. Question mark. So, I'm going to make this size 200. Whatever, I'll do it this way. So I just want to represent all the areas, right?
Yep.
And for the second one, what do you think I'm about to do?
A cliff?
You're not technically incorrect. How do you spell Wile E. Coyote?
Ooh. I think it is WIL hyphen E space Coyote.
Doesn't look like it is.
Sorry, it is WILE Space E Coyote. So
Hmm.
Wile E Coyote.
It doesn't seem to let me do it either. Oh, I'll just you know what? I'll just go with the original option. Go Cliff from the web. Sheer Cliff side. Yep, let's do it. Go with that. Bam. No, that doesn't work. There we go. Just a cliff side. Well, bam. All right.
It's okay. I have your back.
Oh, you have Wally Cody.
Let's just get this uploaded.
Oh, it's happening. It's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. That works. Perfect. Oh, it's so stupid, and I love every second of it.
You can go Cliff. There you go.
There we go. There's our cliff. All right. So, okay. Once players make it to the bottom of the mountain. Okay, wait, hang on. If all the players avoid this hazard, all the bandits stop pursuing, as they are now suddenly caught within the murderous gaze, murderous attentions of a newly woken up owlbear. There we go.
Nice.
Mountain. They can go find Drizzle in his hut and return the hut. And I think we mentioned that we can give him back the hammer, the ancient forge hammer, or the time-worn forged hammer.
Yep.
Okay. If they return the turn one of the following items, they get the corresponding what's a step down from blessing? Like,
didn't we already write what we get given?
if they return the stuff to him?
Yes.
Oh, we did, didn't we? Where
I'm
did we
not sure
write
we
that?
did that. That would probably be not in the Crystal Forge section, but the actual
Notable items?
no, not notable items. The quest section.
Slate down quests. No. Wait, yes. Wait, hang on. Grizzle over the parody following boons if requested. We'll give old map, fur coats. Hammer comes enchanted. Oh, okay. Blessing or protection. Okay, yes. If the hammer. Okay, hang on. I want to reword this. Instead of saying hammer, if the hammer is returned enchanted to Grizzle. He gives one of the players a blessing of protection. There we go. Okay, I do want to, what do you call it? Re-put it in here just for the completion's sake. Bonus. Reward. Okay, so because I want to give him two different things. Notable items, enchanted forge hammer. Blah, blah, blah. Enchanted forge hammer gives a blessing of protection. Do we want to do something? I kind of want to do something different for the time-worn forge hammer.
Yes. Do we want to also give a blessing or the lesser versions are the charms.
Actually, you know what? I still want to give him Blessing of Protection, and the players are allowed to keep the enchanted ancient forge hammer. It sounds boring, but I think it kind of fits. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't think we need to give them anything else. Okay, I think we finished Grizzle Forge here.
Yeah. And the next time we'll get to the encounters. Because we got a lot of random encounters on the way up to the Grizzle Forge.
Oh yeah.
And we'll have to start planning encounters on the way back.
Oh yes. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. All that good stuff. And then until next time, bye bye.
Ciao!